through your smartphone, Bluetooth, through your speakers. I am your host, Bert Carruth, and let me frame the show for you again. I want to share with you that we are your show. We are the Alabama's Hunters and Fishermen show. I'm simply your host. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not a professional hunter, never will be. Do I love hunting? Absolutely. Did I grow up hunting and fishing? Sure did. But this is your show. This is Alabama's Hunters and Fishermen. We're here for you to have a voice statewide. You tell us your frustrations. You tell us what's working for you. We are here for you. Your calls will drive the show. To be a part of the show, 1-844-EAGLE-99. That's 1-844-EAGLE-99. You can follow us on Twitter, which you'll see there on our YouTube channel. And you can also email the show. Again, we thank you for being with us. You know, from time to time we will have guests. We hope that our guests will have some cool information that can educate you, and we'll also from time to time have guests that we hope will entertain you. Speaking of guests, right here in our first segment, we have Officer Carrie Bradford.
How are you doing? Thank you for having me.
Now, I guess, Carrie, the legal term for you is conservation enforcement officer. I guess, AKA in my world, you're game warden.
That's exactly right. You can call me conservation enforcement officer if you feel like saying that whole spiel. But yes, technically we're game wardens. We'll answer to hey, game warden.
I understand. Carrie, first of all, I want to thank you personally, and I want to thank all your fellow officers, and I want to thank the department for all that you do. I know it's many hours and a lot of thankless work that you do, but without y'all and without the department, hunters and fishermen would really be up the creek without a paddle. And we thank you. I know a lot of times you get a hard rap. You know, hunters, we only see you when we think you're after us, but that's not true. And y'all have many hours, and I thank you.
Well, you're very much welcome. We enjoy it. We love our jobs. We enjoy interacting with the public, with the hunters,
right.
Educating folks, and it can get interesting out there.
Well, and I also want to thank you for coming in and being part of Listen to the Eagle. We're a new show here in Alabama to kind of update you and our listeners, to frame it again. My dad started this over 20 years ago in the state of Mississippi to become the fishermen and the hunters to have a voice statewide.
Right.
And we thank you for being a part of it, because we want to educate our listeners and educate the hunters and fishermen out there. So I guess first I'd like to kind of toss it to you and let you kind of tell us anything that you or the department would like to get out there statewide to the hunters and update them on what's coming up. I know turkey season's up on us. So.
Exactly, yeah. Turkey season started Saturday for the adults. Of course, we had a youth season. We encourage parents, uncles, aunts, get your youth out there and let them take advantage of that early youth season.
Absolutely.
Get them involved in the great sport of hunting and fishing as well. But yes, turkey season is in, and those guys, if you know any turkey hunters, they are a passionate group. They love to get out there and chase turkeys, and that comes with a lot of very early mornings. But turkey season is in, and one thing that we would like to encourage people or remind them is that that supplemental feed that is allowable for deer and for hogs it does not count for turkeys. So no supplemental feeding of turkeys during turkey season. And the other thing, just to remember, keep your turkey harvest record on your person when you're out there hunting.
Okay. And those are two things that could be a ticket situation.
Those are two things where a person could end up getting a citation, or what we call a certificate of achievement for the day.
Well, let's remind them one more time. So no supplemental feed.
No supplemental feed. For deer and hogs, they can put supplemental feed out there. It has to be at least 100 yards away and out of line of sight by natural vegetation or terrain, but not so for turkeys.
Okay.
Turkeys range a lot more than deer, and therefore the area definition does not apply. So it's illegal to put bait out there during turkey season.
Okay, and talk about the turkey harvest. There's
the turkey harvest. There is a turkey harvest record.
Okay.
It's if you purchase your hunting license from one of the area stores, it will be attached to the bottom, right next to your buck harvest record.
Right.
And just like you have to note the bucks that you harvest, you also have to note the gobblers, the male turkeys that you harvest. No hens, no shooting of hens.
Now, when you say that, do I have to have that on me if I
You
was?
have to have that on you.
Oh,
on
wow.
your person when you hunt. When you harvest a gobbler,
Right.
you'll write that down and before you move it from the field.
One more subject I'd like to talk to you about before we go to break, and I hope you'll stay over for another segment with us so we can keep educating our listeners. I know that the advisory board met a couple of weeks ago.
That's correct.
We kind of did a little update on it last week. Kind of tell us a little bit, any kind of updates or anything you're hearing out of that meeting that our listeners really need to pay attention to?
Well, the Conservation Advisory Board is a great opportunity for the hunting public or just for the public to get involved in this process of promulgating rules and regulations and change that comes about yearly.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a great amount of change in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
With buck harvest and supplemental feed and extending the season, a lot of change in that area. But this year, the main things that seem to be the point of topics is changing the duck season a little bit to eliminate duck hunting, or to not eliminate, but to prohibit duck hunting after 12 o'clock noon to give birds a chance to rest. And this is going to be in the southernmost Mobile Tensas management area.
Right.
Another thing is they're talking about allowing dog hunting for hogs also on that management area down there to give hunters an opportunity to impact the hog population.
Yeah, to that point, a lot. I am talking to a lot of hunters out there, and everybody's kind of really enjoying this hog hunt.
Yeah.
And I think if you add the element maybe of dogs, it would even be more, because I hear hogs are very smart. You don't think about that, but I hear they are.
Yeah.
And I know they're a problem, and I know we need to try to handle it. So maybe if we can add some elements to make it even more fun for the hunters to be involved in the hog hunting would be good. So.
Yeah, we like to incorporate any type of eradication if we can, and to allow the recreational hunter to take advantage of that resource out there. Because hogs are they're extremely plentiful. They are a nuisance. They're a detriment to the habitat, but they're fun to hunt.
Yeah,
they really are.
Yeah, they are.
And you can get some dogs out there and get one bayed.
Yeah,
it gets interesting quick.
Well, and then I think there was a little bit they're hoping to maybe tweak the snapper law.
They're looking at tweaking the red snapper. Looking at some of the data, some of the calling. Because last year, if I'm not mistaken, they had to call in their catch before they got to the dock. So
right.
They had a call-in system, kind of like what we attempted to do with the buck harvest call-in. And that kind of gave us some insight into what was actually going on, so that we can better adjust those.
Helps on the biology side of it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We try to use good science and in our changing of. We don't just throw darts at a board. We try to.
No, there's actually some science and some.
Exactly.
Well, look, we got guest Officer Kerry Bradford in studio. We're gonna go to break. Kerry, I hope you'll stay over with us. I want to ask you a little bit to clarify some laws on license holders, and maybe even talk about a little feeding, baiting, high fence, some good hot topics that I know you get excited about. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Officer Kerry Bradford of the State of Alabama Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. We'll be right back with more Listen to the Eagle.
Visit listentotheeagle.com for show links, live and video archives, and more information about our sponsors. That's listentotheeagle.com.
When you're looking for unique land opportunities in the central Alabama area, look no further than High Point Properties. Their professional team will work to understand your needs, your budget, and identify the best properties in the ideal locations for you. From lakeside property for personal use to large tracts of land to develop office parks, retail stores, or residential communities, High Point Properties is your solution. High Point Properties, hpprop.com. That's hpprop.com.
Whether you have a convenience store, restaurant, truck stop, quick lube, or you're remodeling an existing location, Old Equipment Company can handle the project quickly and efficiently. Old Equipment Company not only specializes in the design and construction of convenience stores, they also have a full line of inventory for most of your petroleum needs. Old Equipment Company and their parts department want the opportunity to earn your business. Visit them online at oecparts.net. That's oecparts.net. Old Equipment Company.
Coming to Trustful in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate I-59 and Deerfoot Parkway. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sale showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff, and at Sheepdog Firearms you can keep your expanded brass. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trustful.
Hey Alabama hunters, are you like me and find yourself wanting to do work around your camp, but you just don't know when, how, or where to rent the equipment to do it? I've got the answer for you. Rental Works. Rental Works has excavators, generators, concrete saws, loaders, dozers, and more. Maybe you need a specialty renter like a high-capacity forklift or even a dump truck. Rental Works has you covered. Call Rental Works today, 1-877-282-LIFT. That's 1-877-282-LIFT, Rental Works.
I'm 1 in 1,000, making a difference.
I'm 1 in 1,000, keeping families together.
And I'm 1 in 1,000, driving for the Ronald McDonald House. Research proves that togetherness heals, and through your pre-commitment to the Ronald McDonald House specialty license plate, we can ensure that miracles keep happening together. Find out more on how you can become one of the first 1,000 people to make a difference and get your new car tag for free.
Reed's Metals is the manufacturer for metal roofing, pole barns, pre-engineered steel buildings, and the new galvanized Econo buildings. See them all online at reedsmetals.com. Reed's Metals uses American steel products, welded by certified welders, customizing each building to meet your needs, manufacturing and delivering your project within 21 days of your order. They use truck-mounted lifts to unload the delivery off the truck, saving you time and money. Learn more about products and services online at reedsmetals.com.
I'm 1 in 1,000, making a difference.
I'm 1 in 1,000, keeping families together.
And I'm 1 in 1,000, driving for the Ronald McDonald House. Research proves that togetherness heals, and through your pre-commitment to the Ronald McDonald House specialty license plate, we can ensure that miracles keep happening together. Find out more on how you can become one of the first 1,000 people to make a difference and get your new car tag for free. Visit rmhca.org/cartag today. Want to stand out above your competition? Cross Digital can make it happen. Produce your next webinar live in our state-of-the-art studio, or serve your customers with new YouTube explainer videos and podcasts. Cross Digital also delivers custom apps and websites for businesses of all sizes, as well as digital marketing and social media solutions. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Yes, this is Listen to the Eagle, your live call-in radio show, hunting and fishing. Welcome back, Bert Carruth, your host, coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio. This is your show, Alabama's Hunters and Fishermen. For you to have a voice, you will drive the show with your phone calls. To be a part of the show, 1-844-EAGLE-99. That's 1-844-EAGLE-99. We're back to the second segment. We're visiting with our guest, Conservation Enforcement Officer, a.k.a. Game Warden, Officer Kerry Bradford. Kerry, again, thank you for being with Listen to the Eagle. Right before we went to break, we were talking about the advisory board meeting, and there was also something that we kind of left out that our listeners do need to know about, kind of a hot topic.
Yes.
The hook situation.
It is, yes. They're reviewing the possibility of limiting the number of hooks per trot line. And some of you folks, hunters, some of you hunters and fishermen may think, what in the world is that about, and why would that be such a hot topic? But what they're talking about is limiting the number of hooks to 100 hooks per trot line. And what that does is, right now, it's an unrestricted number of hooks. So it will create more work for the recreational cat fisherman who wants to put out a number, unlimited number of hooks. Now he's got to string more trot lines. But, our main goal is to protect the resource.
That's right.
And to make sure that it is renewable that we can continue it so that more folks can enjoy it.
Well, Kerry, sometimes, and look, we're here for Alabama's hunters and fishermen, but we're here to educate them. You know, what I would like for our listeners to understand is the department doesn't just throw darts and decide we're just going to do this because we think it'll be tougher on the fisherman or tougher on the hunter. There's always a reason, and it's usually a biological reason or some type of stat or statistical reason
exactly
for laws being made.
Right. Yeah, the department's not trying to limit people's fun or their opportunities out there. We encourage
trying to make it better.
Trying to encourage folks to get out there and enjoy hunting and fishing. And you know, when we see a trend, you know, we have our fisheries section that looks at these trends in area lakes, and a lot of this comes from creel surveys at boat ramps to complaints from people just calling in about, you know, a change in, you know, availability or catchability of fish, and so we look into these things, and that's one thing that we're really considering is changing up the number of hooks.
Okay. Well, let me do a quick rundown of some hot topics that I would like to be educated on, and I think our listeners need to be too.
I'll do my best.
Number one, it sounds simple, but it's really not. A license holder. When and who and where do you have to be a license holder?
Okay. This is very good. It's a good question. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Typically, if someone is 16 years or older and they're going to hunt in the state of Alabama, they're going to have to get a hunting license. They have to have that hunting license, and at a certain age, they have to have a hunter safety certification.
That's right.
To get that. They can still get a license if they don't have that certification, but on that license, it will say supervised only.
Okay.
Now, if you're 16 to 65, you have to have a license unless.
All right, pay attention.
Unless you're on your own property,
and you have to be you have to be on that deed.
If you're the deed holder or the immediate family, a member of the immediate family, you do not have to have a hunting license to hunt on your own property.
Okay.
But if you're going to deer hunt or turkey hunt, you have to have a buck harvest record and a turkey harvest record. So even though it's not necessary for you to have that hunting license on your own property, you still are required by law to have that harvest record.
Let me give you a situation. Help me out here.
Okay.
I'm a grown man.
Okay.
My uncle Cecil has invited me over for a dove hunt on his land.
Okay.
Do I have to have a hunting license?
Okay.
He's a relative.
That's a good question. To legally hunt a migratory bird, which is a dove, let's go ahead and start off the things that you have to have.
Sure.
You have to have a plug in your gun,
right,
to limit the number of shells to 3, or shoot an open or side by side.
Okay.
Those don't have to have a plug.
I understand.
You have to have what we call a HIP stamp, Harvest Information Program. So you have to have that HIP stamp. It's free of charge, but it's information that we collect from your previous season's hunting efforts to see how many birds that you did harvest. So you have to have the HIP stamp, and then here's the kicker. Some game wardens would argue that you're not a part of the immediate family, that you're not husband, wife, father, son, granddaughter, something like that.
To be safe, I need a license.
To be safe, it would be best to get a license. Because some game wardens would say, I see Carruth, you know, in the last name, your family. Some game wardens could read it that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. Another game warden or conservation enforcement officer, we'll use that long term, might look at it and say, well, you're not, this is immediate family in my book, and might issue a citation. So it's just up to the officer judgment, officer discretion.
All right, one more situation. Got invited to a friend's, got an unbelievable deer hunting. He's managed it well, and I've been invited by the deed owner to come on his property and hunt for a deer hunt.
Okay.
Do I have to have a license?
Yes. If it's just a friend and you're going over to his piece of property, he's invited you, then you do have to have the as long as you're 16 to 65, you have to have that hunting license.
Okay. And any other questions that you have on these licenses, Officer Bradford's going to be more than willing for us to reach out to him from time to time. So I invite you to either call in the show, 1-844-EAGLE-99, or email the show, or ask us a question on Twitter, and we'll be glad to reach out and get those answered, because we always want to help our listeners be abiding the law. All right, real quick, feeding and baiting. the law in Alabama, I understand you can put out supplemental feed.
Exactly.
But if it's the day of the hunt, talk to me about the technicalities that you're looking for.
Okay. Now, when we talk about supplemental feed, we're referring to white-tailed deer and hogs.
Okay.
You can supplementally feed white-tailed deer and hogs during the hunting season. It has to be out there at least 100 yards away from the hunter, from the stand.
Okay.
And it must be out of line of sight by natural vegetation or terrain. So as long as it meets that criteria, then you're good to go. Yes.
Now, if it's not hunting season, can I continue to feed all year round?
You can. This is the catch-22 that some people don't think about. I'm supplementally feeding my deer, but it's turkey season. So there's a catch. You know, the department issues, through our officers and biologists, will issue a wildlife control permit for folks to go out there who have hogs to supplement or to feed them, actually, and then to hunt them directly over bait to trap them. But that goes out. We don't issue those during turkey season.
I got you.
So baiting of turkeys is something that we definitely want to make sure that people
are not
doing.
Right,
exactly.
And using the excuse of, well, I'm feeding my deer.
Exactly.
All right.
So, yeah, they can feed except for during turkey season.
Well, another hot subject I want to talk to you about before we get you out of here is high fence and deer farming.
Right.
Again, high fences you can get a permit for in the state of Alabama. Is that correct?
You can.
What's kind of the legal parameters of that?
Well, you have to get an application from the department. There are certain restrictions, and I encourage anybody who's interested in this to go to the department website, outdooralabama.com, and to look up the information. Call your district office. There'll be a contact list to the district office. That'll be your first point of contact. Call the district office, and then from there, get the application, fill it out. The officers will come around and check the high fence to make sure that, there's some people, I guess when it first started, we found that there was a way that deer could get in, but they couldn't get out. So
I understand.
Anyways,
that's not good. Yeah,
it's some interesting situations. And
real quick, 30 seconds. Anything to the state of Alabama hunters and fishermen that you want to update them on before we go to break?
Well, we've got a archery in school state tournament coming up in Montgomery. We'll have over 1,200 shooters from local school, middle schools, and high schools that will be competing for the state championship on April the 10th in Montgomery. We've had 7 regionals so far with over 4,000 shooters from our middle schools and high schools. So it's very exciting for them, and it helps encourage the sport of archery.
Kerry Bradford, thank you for being a part of Listen to the Eagle, and thank you for everything you and the department does.
Reed's Metals is the manufacturer for metal roofing, pole barns, pre-engineered steel buildings, and the new galvanized Econo buildings. See them all online at reedsmetals.com. Reed's Metals uses American steel products, welded by certified welders, customizing each building to meet your needs, manufacturing and delivering your project within 21 days of your order. They use truck-mounted lifts to unload the delivery off the truck, saving you time and money. Learn more about products and services online at reedsmetals.com.
Coming to Trustful in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate I-59 and Deerfoot Parkway. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sale showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff, and at Sheepdog Firearms you can keep your expanded brass. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trustful.
Want to stand out above your competition? Cross Digital can make it happen. Produce your next webinar live in our state-of-the-art studio or serve your customers with new YouTube explainer videos and podcasts. Cross Digital also delivers custom apps and websites for businesses of all sizes, as well as digital marketing and social media solutions. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
I'm 1 in 1,000, making a difference.
I'm 1 in 1,000, keeping families together.
And I'm 1 in 1,000, driving for the Ronald McDonald House. Research proves that togetherness heals, and through your pre-commitment to the Ronald McDonald House specialty license plate, we can ensure that miracles keep happening together. Find out more on how you can become one of the first 1,000 people to make a difference and get your new car tag for free. Visit rmhca.org/car tag today.
Coming to Trussville in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate 59 on the Deerfoot Parkway exit. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sales showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trussville.
Need an app or a new website? Cross Digital has you covered. Cross Digital is a full-service multimedia company focused on you. We build custom apps and websites designed to engage your customers. We also produce corporate videos such as live webinars, YouTube explainer videos, and podcasts in our state-of-the-art studio. When you need to stand out, Cross Digital makes it happen. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Oh, yes. This is Listen to the Eagle, your live call-in radio show on hunting and fishing. Bert, Carruth, your host, coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio right here in Trussville, Alabama. This is your show. Alabama's hunters and fishermen finally have a voice statewide across this great state of Alabama. You will drive the show by calling 1-844-EAGLE. 99. That's 1-844-EAGLE-99. I invite you to go to listentotheeagle.com. Click on the YouTube channel. Watch us live anytime you want to. We'll archive the show, but always go to listentotheeagle.com and find out what's going on with the show, where we are, what we're doing, and how we're having some fun. We also want to thank Officer Kerry Bradford from the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries for being on in our first two segments. Hopefully that educated you a little bit. And always remember, Officer Bradford will be there for us. Anytime you have a question and something maybe that we can't answer, Officer Bradford will be there for us, and we'll always be able to reach out to him and get you an answer, always on Listen to the Eagle. You know, I told you from time to time we want to have guests that can also entertain, and that kind of brings me to this segment. We've got a good friend of the show, Mr. Sam Clement. Sam, welcome to Listen to the Eagle, Alabama.
Hey, good afternoon, Bert. How are things up in Birmingham, buddy?
Man, we are kicking like a pack of ninjas, Sam. Sam, I know you've been a friend of Listen to the Eagle, especially for so many years when we were in Mississippi. We finally have been able to bring it to the great state of Alabama, where I dare say, if not 90%, all of our listeners know about hunting is good. But for the little bit of Alabama that doesn't, man, tell us all about Hunting and Good, what it is, what it stands for, and where you're going.
Well, hey, I appreciate it, and congratulations on your move to Alabama. We are hungry and excited to have Listen to the Eagle here, man. I've been a big fan for years, but I appreciate it. Yeah, if you've been driving around, any of these highways and back roads, chances are over the years or any of the magazines, you've seen the Hunting is Good logo. But it's pretty simple in terms of its concept. We've got a lot of different products that our parent company is Good Outdoor Technologies.
Right.
But your listeners can Google Hunting is Good, obviously, no G on the end, and pull them into our site. But we've got about 400 products that we either license or we make OEM, which is we'll just find a cool product and put our brand on it. And the products we call merchandise with a message, because you're promoting the lifestyle we all love, and all the Eagle listeners are obviously very concerned as we are about our lifestyles losing momentum, and this is just a positive way to reinforce the lifestyle with some cool products. But we've partnered with a lot of great organizations out there, and we're 4 years strong, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it. We've got everything from turkey calls to Milliken rugs to Turbis tumblers to keychains, hats, you pretty much name it, we've got it. And we've got a lot of different lifestyles, but the Hunting is Good is one of our big ones for sure.
Well, I invite all our listeners to Google Hunting is Good, because it does. I saw you at the last show I think the Big Deer Extravaganza here in Birmingham, and man, your booth was outstanding, just outstanding.
Oh. Well, thank you. It's been a work in progress. It's a booger to set up.
Yeah.
But once you get it set up, it lends itself to a good shopping experience at these shows, and we hit close to a dozen of the consumer shows, and then the distributor shows, Bert, we hit another 10 to 12 of those a year, i.e. ATA, SHOT Show, et cetera. So it's a neat deal. Started right here in Dothan, Alabama, and it's an Alabama-based company, and just very proud of it.
Well, Sam, again, before we get to another big event that I know you're a part of every year, I would like for you to kind of update us. I know you just recently got back from the National Wild Turkey Federation show, and I just wondered if you could kind of update the great state of Alabama on what you saw and maybe what's coming down the line for us to get ready for.
Yeah, it was a great event. I've been a Diamond Life sponsor for years. Always look forward to that show. It's a great way to see everybody, since the first of the year. It's really the first big consumer show.
Right.
There's some great products. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. There's some really innovative decoys that are on the market now, zinc and some of the other products, a lot of cool calls. I've seen some really good friction calls that are a little different in terms of the way that, they're not a classic pot call.
Right.
But just everybody, got the buzz up there, man. They were talking turkey and ready to roll. And I think your listeners, probably like myself, went out this weekend on opening day of Alabama, and then hopefully they took their kids or somebody's kids last weekend for the youth opener. But the birds are getting right. They're starting to gobble. And, in fact, this weekend I took my 14-year-old son and filmed him taking a really good Dale County, which is South Alabama gobbler.
Yes, sir.
Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, but it's here, buddy. The dogwoods are blooming. His eggs are starting to get right. The Bradford pears, and, man, the turkeys are screaming down here in the wiregrass.
Man, that's so cool. I did see a couple of pictures that you had, I believe, of you and your son, and, boy, that's a pretty bird. Real nice bird.
Yeah, that was, thank you. That was a cool hunt. We've been hunting together for the last 7 years, opening day. That's our time together, and been fortunate enough to get a bird in on camera every year. And I'm just tickled that time with your kids, man, when you go cheek to cheek in the morning and, thank the good Lord. If you hear a bird gobble, that's a bonus. If you get to shoot one, that's just a super bonus. I mean, I wish you could blow them back up with air and let them go. It's just the hunt and being out there, but we've been blessed, and we ate some turkey fingers this weekend, so it was good.
Man, Sam, that's so cool, and that's what it's all about. There's no doubt, and that's just a cool story. Well, look, before I let you go, man, come on, tell me about it. Country Goes Hunting. Country Goes Hunting. All our listeners, especially in the great state of Alabama, need to figure out a way to be a part of this. Tell us all about it, when it is, and how they can be a part about it.
Okay. Well, we're down to the short ropes right now. Thank you, Bert. It's our 14th anniversary, believe it or not, that Red Akins and I, country singer, started this thing. And Big Ron Jones, who's one of your normal guests, he's on our board. Actually, Ron and Rhett and I grew up in Valdosta together. But we've got 30 country artists, singer-songwriters coming down to the Wiregrass area. Starting as early as this Friday. We've got at least that many professional athletes, MMA fighters, ex-NFL guys, baseball players, etc., helping us out. And then we've got about 30 nationally syndicated TV shows coming in, and folks as far away as Canada and Washington State to help us out. But we pair up country artists and celebrities with hunting pros. We go out and we chase turkeys for 3 days. It starts on the 22nd. It's over on the 26th, and we do a big concert here in Dothan at Cowboys on Tuesday night, the 24th. And we've got a great auction. It's open to the public. And, the charities over the years, we've helped literally just about every charity that's out there. This year we're giving to a variety. We're giving to the Wiregrass Children's Home here in Dothan.
Okay.
We're giving to the Exchange Center for Abused Children and Kids. And then we're also giving to Sophie's Angels, which is Thomas Rhett, country singer, and Rhett's charity they started for cystic fibrosis. So some great charities. A lot of twanging and banging is going to be going on with the guitar strings and the shotguns, and it's a cool thing. But you can go to countrygoeshunting.com, and your listeners can pull it up or go to YouTube and look at some clips and stuff. But it's a great event.
Sam, I know it's an awesome event. I've been down there a couple of times. It's an unbelievable music event that ends that wonderful week, and I invite all our listeners to go to countrygoeshunting.com, find out a way to get your tickets, and head down there. Sam, thank you for everything you do, not only for the state of Alabama, but for what you said, our passion and our environment, especially with hunting is good. I hope this isn't our last interview. I think we've got some things in the work, and maybe we can partner up throughout the next year and really get this thing rolling for the great state of Alabama's hunters and fishermen.
Man, Bert, I can't thank you enough and all your listeners for allowing us the opportunity to be on. And you bet, buddy, the door's open down here in the Wiregrass anytime you want to come down. If you can break away for CGH, come on. And, yeah, we definitely want to partner with you guys and get some cool stuff out there for all your listeners. So I appreciate it, and good luck with everything.
Man, have a great week. Y'all have a big time at Country Goes Hunting. Thanks, Sam.
Okay, Bert. Take care, buddy. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That was Sam Clement with Hunting is Good, and also go to Country Goes Hunting for their big charity event where they've got all kinds of country music stars coming in to also pair up with some celebrity athletes. It's a big-time deal. I invite you all to go to countrygoeshunting.com. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more of Listen to the Eagle.
Call Listen to the Eagle now. Toll free, 844-EAGLE-99. That's 844-324-5399. This is Listen to the Eagle, Alabama.
When you're looking for unique land opportunities in the central Alabama area, look no further than High Point Properties. Their professional team will work to understand your needs, your budget, and identify the best properties in the ideal locations for you. From lakeside property for personal use to large tracts of land to develop office parks, retail stores, or residential communities, High Point Properties is your solution. High Point Properties, hpprop.com. That's hpprop.com.
Whether you have a convenience store, restaurant, truck stop, quick lube, or you're remodeling an existing location, Old Equipment Company can handle the project quickly and efficiently. Old Equipment Company not only specializes in the design and construction of convenience stores, they also have a full line of inventory for most of your petroleum needs. Old Equipment Company and their parts department want the opportunity to earn your business. Visit them online at oecparts.net. That's oecparts.net. Old Equipment Company.
Coming to Trustful in the fall of 2015, Sheepdog Firearms Indoor Training Facility, located 1 minute off of Interstate I-59 and Deerfoot Parkway. Sheepdog will feature 24 indoor firing lanes, a 4,000 square foot gun sale showroom manned by a friendly and courteous staff, and at Sheepdog Firearms you can keep your expanded brass. Like us on Facebook or visit our website at sheepdog-firearms.com. Come join the pack at Sheepdog Firearms Training Center, Trustful.
Hey, Alabama hunters, are you like me and find yourself wanting to do work around your camp, but you just don't know when, how, or where to rent the equipment to do it? I've got the answer for you. Rental Works. Rental Works has excavators, generators, concrete saws, loaders, dozers, and more. Maybe you need a specialty renter like a high-capacity forklift or even a dump truck. Rental Works has you covered. Call Rental Works today, 1-877-282-LIFT. That's 1-877-282-LIFT, Rental Works.
I'm 1 in 1,000, making a difference.
I'm 1 in 1,000, keeping families together.
And I'm 1 in 1,000, driving for the Ronald McDonald House. Research proves that togetherness heals, and through your pre-commitment to the Ronald McDonald House specialty license plate, we can ensure that miracles keep happening together. Find out more on how you can become one of the first 1,000 people to make a difference and get your new car tag for free.
Reed's Metals is the manufacturer for metal roofing, pole barns, pre-engineered steel buildings, and the new galvanized Econo buildings. See them all online at reedsmetals.com. Reed's Metals uses American steel products, welded by certified welders, customizing each building to meet your needs, manufacturing and delivering your project within 21 days of your order. They use truck-mounted lifts to unload the delivery off the truck, saving you time and money. Learn more about products and services online at reedsmetals.com.
I'm 1 in 1,000, making a difference.
I'm 1 in 1,000, keeping families together.
And I'm 1 in 1,000, driving for the Ronald McDonald House. Research proves that togetherness heals, and through your pre-commitment to the Ronald McDonald House specialty license plate, we can ensure that miracles keep happening together. Find out more on how you can become one of the first 1,000 people to make a difference and get your new car tag for free. Visit rmhca.org/car tag today. Want to stand out above your competition? Cross Digital can make it happen. Produce your next webinar live in our state-of-the-art studio or serve your customers with new YouTube explainer videos and podcasts. Cross Digital also delivers custom apps and websites for businesses of all sizes, as well as digital marketing and social media solutions. Visit crossdig.com to learn how we can help you reach your business goals. That's crossdig.com.
Welcome back to Listen to the Eagle, your live call-in radio show, hunting and fishing. Bert, Carruth, your host, coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio. To be a part of the show, dial 1-844-EAGLE-99. That's 1-844-EAGLE-99. Want to thank Officer Kerry Bradford in our first two segments, a game warden, for being in and helping us and helping our listeners maybe be educated a little bit about the laws and some legal situations in the state of Alabama. Also want to thank Sam Clement from Hunting is Good. Be sure to Google Hunting is Good and find out about all the cool products they have. And also the big event coming up in a week, Country Goes Hunting, down in the Wiregrass area of Alabama. And now for one of our favorite and fun segments right here on Listen to the Eagle, called Get a Girl Hunting. Get a Girl Hunting.
How are you?
Got the beauty queen, Miss Katie Malone, in studio again.
Good to be back. I'm anxious to see what we can accomplish here today.
Yeah, after the host, Bert Carruth, had an epic fail
Which,
last
by the
week.
way, that was a big hit on YouTube, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I had a lot of comments about it.
It was a fail.
Yeah, I failed. But here's the good news. We tweeted out all week and also shared a bunch of text, and I understand that the phone bank is lined up for maybe a guest to try to get the beauty queen, Katie Malone, to go hunting. You ready?
I hope they're ready.
Yeah. You know, we're going to have a pretty big gift. I don't know that it'll happen today, but as difficult as you're making this, we may have to make the reward for getting a girl hunting ready to go.
Hey, sounds good to me.
But what's funny is I've had so many people that text and tweeted me going, man, I'll get her to go hunting. I said, yeah, right.
We'll see about that.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. I think we've got Stephen in Demopolis. Stephen in Demopolis is our lucky winner to get on Listen to the Eagle segment of Get a Girl Hunting. Stephen, this is introduced to Miss Katie Malone. See what you can do, buddy.
Hey, Stephen.
Katie, this is Stephen.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
I do have a question and a way to probably get you go hunting.
Okay.
You know, all those California people out there say this big thing's coming of these zombies and Walking Dead people. You're going to have to learn how to kill a deer or kill you a turkey, live off the land, and also shoot those crazy zombies right in the head. You gonna be able to do that?
I actually haven't considered that kind of scenario. I have watched The Walking Dead before, but not only, I mean, I know this is going to be shocking to everybody, but not only have I never been hunting, but I've never shot a gun. So I don't know. I don't know that that's a
We might need to get Katie to a range instead of Katie go hunting.
Maybe that sheepdog place. Yeah, I've never shot a gun before. And okay, Stephen, I understand your point, but do we know how probable a zombie apocalypse actually may be?
Well, you know, that's all I hear watching these movies and these TV shows. It's just around the corner. It's going to happen here in a couple of days. It's got to.
Hey, Stephen, I'm going to go ahead and end this segment. I love you to death. Appreciate you trying, but
Yeah, I probably need to learn how to.
Thanks, Stephen. Thank you. Stephen from Demopolis for, all right, Katie, week number 2's down in flames.
It is, but okay. Valid argument as far as zombies are concerned, but I don't know. I've seen The Walking Dead. I actually was a big fan of it, and I just haven't caught up on Netflix yet. But zombies, I don't really know the probability of that actually happening.
Well, let me also update you. Officer Kerry Bradford, that was in our first two segments.
Did he
game
talk
warden.
about zombies?
No, he didn't talk about zombies, but he actually talked about the Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks has a program to get women educated and in the outdoors.
Wow.
Teaches them how to run recreational vehicles and boating, and so it's here, Katie.
Wow.
We just got to get you on board.
Well, you did challenge me to look up some things about women and hunting, and I did just that.
Yeah.
So maybe we can talk about that a little more next week.
Next week. Thank you for being on Get a Girl Hunting. All right, guys, please be ready. Next week, it'll be your turn to Get a Girl Hunting. Katie, thank you for being on Listen to the Eagle. All right, before we close out the show, as always, we love this next segment. It's called Big Red's Cooking Corner with the great Bert Brown. Bert Brown, welcome back to Listen to the Eagle.
Glad to be back, Bert. How y'all doing today?
Bert, you gave us some wonderful, wonderful recipe last week, and I want to, before we get started on this week's, I do want to update and remind everybody that you have got Taggart's rub and Taggart's seasoning. Bert, please tell us a little bit about that, and also share the number or how we can order that wonderful stuff.
We got started with that about a year ago, Bert, and it's we've got it in some grocery stores and some meat markets, and we just we're trying to get it on the internet and get some things kicked off there so you can order from the internet.
Sure.
I think we're still a couple of weeks away on getting that taken care of. But I will get y'all that information as soon as it is relayed to me.
Yep, mighty fine stuff.
I'll get that to you.
Mighty fine stuff. Look, last week we did a crawfish
Cardinal.
We did a crawfish cardinal. It was great. Got a lot of good response, especially on Twitter and emails about that, Bert, and our listeners. Thank you. So this week, what you got in Big Red's Cooking Corner? Because let me remind everybody, Big Red may be the finest, best cook that walks God's green earth. And you know why? Because I've seen him do it, and I've tasted it, and it's real good.
Oh, man.
What you got this week, Bert?
Well, Bert, we're going to go with a little easy recipe this week. It is called a apricot smoked pork loin.
Apricot smoked pork loin. Give it to me.
Yes, sir. What we're going to do is we're going to buy a pork loin, not a pork. You can do pork tenderloins, but we tend to do the bigger pork loins with this apricot jelly.
Okay.
You'll buy you 1 jar of some apricot jelly. Of course, using your Taggart seasoning and a good couple of shakes of soy sauce.
Okay.
And we're going to rub that pork loin down with this.
Okay.
We're going to put the fat side up.
Fat side up.
And we're going to, yes, sir, and we're going to put it either in some tinfoil or a aluminum tray.
Okay.
Either one you have there at the house. And we're going to cook that thing for about 2 hours at about 280 to 300 degrees.
280 to 300.
Yes, sir. You can cook it in your oven or on your grill. You can add some wood chips to it to get even a little more smokier of a taste to it. And the best thing about this recipe, when you get done with that pork loin, when it's done and you'll have you about 3 inches of juice down in the bottom of that tinfoil or in that tray.
Are we going to take some bread and we're going to sop that up?
We're going to go get some Sister Shebert rolls. We're going to cook that in the oven. And we're going to sop that juice up with those Sister Shebert rolls.
Oh, as Jerry Clower would say, Mama likes what you preaching. Oh, man.
But we're just going to cook it. It takes you about 2 hours. Sometimes 2 hours and 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It doesn't take long to cook.
All right, Bert, real quick. We got a big pork loin. We're going to put our Taggart seasoning. We're going to rub it down with some few shakes of soy sauce. We're going to rub that down real good all over that loin. Then we're going
with apricot jelly.
Yep,
with apricot jelly.
Apricot jelly.
Yes, and sometimes, Bert, you need to cut that thing in half because sometimes they're 3 foot long. You can just cut it in half and lay you two loaves in there on your aluminum foil or your aluminum tray.
Right, and we're going to put that fat side up. We're going to wrap that baby in some aluminum foil. 2 hours at 280 to 300, And then the best part about it is, even though that meat's going to be real good, we're going to get us some good old bread, and we're going to sop that sauce.
Yes, sir. And you can cut that pork loin up real thin or real thick, and you can lay it back in that juice if you like to.
Bert's Brown, Big Red's Cooking Corner on Listen to the Eagle. Bert's, I can't wait to see what you have next week. I know we're lining up having you come over in studio to cook, and we're all going to get to sample this wonderful cooking. Can't wait, brother.
10-4. Sounds great. Thank you, Bert.
Love you. See you next week on Big Red's Cooking Corner. Thank you so much for being with Listen to the Eagle tonight. We want to thank all of our guests. We want to thank Officer Carrie Bradford and updating us on the advisory board, and also kind of letting us know the little things that law officers look for while you're out there hunting. One thing I remember he said, something that I didn't realize, is whether you're turkey hunting or deer hunting, you need to have that report on you for your harvest, what you've harvested. They have to see that. So be sure to take care of that. And also visit listentotheeagle.com. We'll have some tips on there for you from time to time to help you with your hunting laws. We'll also, Officer Carrie Bradford has always said he'll be there for us to reach out when you have questions on some legal issues here on Listen to the Eagle at 1-844-EAGLE-99. We also want to thank Sam Clement with Hunting is Good. You really need to Google Hunting is Good. They have got some of the coolest apparel. I mean, the shirts are cool. I know all of you are familiar with Life is Good. Well, go to Hunting is Good, because that is the same type of material. It is great, wonderful products, and we're going to be partner up with Hunting is Good throughout the year, and also have maybe some live giveaways right here on the show. We want to thank Katie Malone for being with Hunting, Get a Girl Hunting, and also want to thank Big Red for Big Red's Cooking Corner. Thank you for letting us be a part of your night right here on Listen to the Eagle. Bert Carruth, your host. Please be a good sportsman, and we'll see you next week on Listen to the Eagle.